going on, everyone? It's Bowles, and welcome back to another AFL live stream video on the channel. We're going to be going over the Brisbane Lions and Richmond Tigers game from tonight. But before we do, make sure you leave a like on the video if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We hit 250 subscribers, so thank you very much for all the help and support. Next stop, 500 subscribers, and then hopefully 1,000, and then I can get monetized and start making some monies off of these videos. But I don't know why I'm out of breath for some reason, but there you go. And then leave your comments below what you saw of the game tonight, what you thought of the game last night, what you think of the games coming up and the finals and stuff like that, or just general, if you just want to leave a comment, and feel free to do that as well. And turn notifications on so you don't miss when I go live, because obviously tonight I'm half an hour late. Apologies for that. I was out for dinner, just got back home, but doing it now. So there you go. And we're going to get stuck into it. So the Brisbane Lions defeated Richmond tonight, 10-9, 69 to 8-6, 54. I watched some of the game, not all of the game, but it looked like Brisbane were just the far better team, really. They had, in terms of, like, obviously the statistics, their efficiency inside forward 50 was the thing that impressed me the most. Richmond only going at 29%, 14 shots from 49 inside 50s, which isn't really a very good return at all. You want anything above 35, 40% or more is pretty good. And then Brisbane were 21 shots from 45 inside 50. So just, you can see the difference in terms of the quality going inside 50. Brisbane's forwards were able to get a good use in the forward 50s. You had guys like, obviously, you only had three multiple goal scorers for the whole game. You only had Cameron with 3 goals, Jack Riewoldt 2 goals, 2, and then Rioli got 2 goals. Besides, everyone was single goal kickers. So Brisbane obviously have shown that they're not reliant heavily on one forward, which haven't been all year. They've been able to mix it around. Charlie Cameron hasn't had as good a year as he has in the past, but they're still able to put 10 goals on the board and still able to get through. So 8 different goal scorers. Richmond just didn't quite get the job done tonight. And it was interesting because obviously before the game we knew that Brisbane hadn't lost the Gabba all year. Richmond had lost the Gabba since 2004, and Richmond hadn't lost to Brisbane in 15 games. So it was like, well, either Brisbane are going to lose for the first time in the Gabba, or Richmond just going to keep this train rolling on against Brisbane. But Brisbane finally broke the duck against Richmond. I thought Richmond were going to win. I thought that Richmond just had a few more stars in the part. And considering that Lachie Neale didn't touch the ball in the first quarter either and was statless, no tackles, no marks, no nothing in the first quarter, I thought, well, Richmond should be winning by a lot. But Brisbane have shown time and time again they're not just a one-man team. They are 22 guys on the park, all playing for one another. And Richmond are exactly the same, but just unfortunately tonight, Brisbane were just the better team in the end. So in terms of the top 5 fantasy scores, so what are we doing? We're going through top 5 fantasy scores, then I'll be going through. So I did last night. I did if you haven't watched the video, go check it out. But what I did was I did the man of the match. But tonight, what I'll do is I'll just do like a 3-2-1 vote. So like obviously 3 being best on ground, and then 1 being the third best on ground. So 3 votes is what I'll do. So Daniel Rich was the top scorer on the ground, 103 points with 20 disposals, a goal, and 9 marks. I'm sure he'll feature in the best 3 guys on the field. Oscar McInerney dominated in the ruck, certainly got the better of him, and Steph Martin got the better of Toby Nankervis. McInerney had kicked the goal, 9 disposals, 4 marks, 7 tackles, 21 hitouts, and 92 points. Jared Lyons kicked it behind, 24 touches, 6 marks, and 84 points. Jane Short continued his good form. I thought with Hooley being back in the team, I thought it would be more Hooley, but the way we've seen this year, Hooley certainly hasn't had the year that he has in the past anyway. And then, so Short, 22 touches, 4 marks, 3 tackles, and 83 points. And Dane Zorko running at the top 5 with 82 points, 19 touches, 4 marks, and 5 tackles. So they're the top 5. So in terms of probably the 3-2-1 vote, I'm going to give 1 vote to Oscar McInerney. I thought he was really dangerous in the ruck all game. I think he was the main guy over Steph Martin. I think he got the better of Toby Nankervis. Toby just didn't have the license to be able to get those hitouts. It was just Oscar, because he's obviously a bit taller than him. Was just able to get those hitouts and give first use to the Brisbane Lion midfielders. 2 votes goes to Charlie Cameron, who's the leading goal scorer on the ground with 3 tonight. He just looked dangerous, and that goal that he kicked, I think it was in the second quarter, the one where he's right tight on the boundary and he snapped it. Only a few minutes out, but there was pressure coming from every angle, and yeah, he was just electric tonight, and I think he gets my 2 votes. And then I think man of the match for me was Daniel Rich. Every time I either was watching the game or was listening to the game, was just Daniel Rich getting the ball here. He kicked the opening goal of the game. He just controlled it back down. He's had a very, very good and solid year this year. He's had a few good years in a row, actually, considering he did have that little lull in the middle of his career where there's a few years where he didn't really do what Brisbane Lions may have hoped he was going to do, but now he's sort of come back up this year and he's performed really well as a guy off of half back. So he played very well tonight, and he gets my 3 votes tonight. So, and then if I was going to do one last night, so I'll just quickly fix that up for last night. So I would have done, so 3 votes was obviously Tom Rockcliffe, who got my man of the match. I think that I would have given 2 votes to Travis Boak because he just seemed to be everywhere in the Port midfield and just seemed to really give get a lot of clearances and give his forwards first use, especially. And then I'd probably say that the third best on the field, probably Brad Ebert. I reckon Brad Ebert kicking 2 goals too. I think he would have been the guy that would have got the 1 vote. I think he seemed to be everywhere every time Port went forward. He was always involved. I'm not sure exactly what his score involvements were, but they would have been pretty high. So good performance for him. But that was for last night, obviously. So, but yeah, so tonight, obviously, Brisbane are now through to a preliminary final, and obviously they've got all the home finals from here on in. They've got the home prelim, obviously the grand finals at the Gabba, so they'll play the home grand final if they can get there. So they will play they'll play the winner of Geelong and West Coast or Collingwood. So whoever wins there, I expect St Kilda to get the job done over the Bulldogs. So then it'll be no, sorry, not that one. I expect West Coast to get the job done over Collingwood. So it'll be West Coast v Geelong, more likely at the Gabba, I would assume, and then or it could be Adelaide. I've 1 and 2, but I think it will be at the Gabba, and then the winner of that will then play Brisbane in the prelim final. So it'll be interesting. Then for Richmond, they will play. So then Richmond will now play the winner of St Kilda and the Bulldogs, and I think it'll be St Kilda. So it'll be Richmond v St Kilda, and then the winner of that will then play Port Adelaide, and I think Richmond will probably win that. So we'll get that Richmond Port Adelaide game. I thought when I watched that game earlier, I thought that was going to be a preview of a final, and it's going to be a preview of prelim final if everything goes to plan for Richmond anyway, and they'll should be able to play Port in the prelim final at home. So, and then from there, so if I was to predict, then you've got. Well, I won't do prediction. I'll do predictions at the end of the ones tomorrow, because obviously we've got the 2 tomorrow. The 2 games tomorrow. We've obviously got the first game is the Bulldogs St Kilda at 4:10 Australian Central Standard Time, so Adelaide time, and then West Coast and Collingwood is at 7:40 Australian Central Standard Time, whatever it is. So very interesting. So we'll have the 2 live streams for that tomorrow. I'll have the obviously the first one will be the St Kilda West Bulldogs one, and then obviously the second one will be West Coast Collingwood one, and we'll go through all that sort of stuff there. But so the final thing is, so in terms of the full match stats for today. So obviously Richmond were the disposals. They had more disposals, but they had 25 more touches, but just didn't really do too much with those extra touches. Richmond had better disposal efficiency, 70% to 66%. Free kicks went to Brisbane, 17 to 11. And the hitouts, this is where the game pretty much was sort of won. Like the hitouts first use was to Brisbane, 40 to 20. Clearances were pretty even, 38 to 37, considering the ruck contest. And then Richmond won 14 centre clearances to 7. But the stoppage clearances were the 31 to 23. So that's where Brisbane got a lot of their stuff there. And then it's funny though, and then you look at the contested possessions. Richmond won 132 to 121, which usually if you win the contested possessions and inside 50s, that generally is a good formula to end up winning the game. But as I said before, it was the efficiency inside 50. Richmond only with 29% from 49 inside 50s. compared to Brisbane's 47%, which is quite high. It's usually anywhere from 30 to 35% is quite good. Richmond a bit lower, but there you go. And then Brisbane had 5 less turnovers as well. So yeah, that's how the game shaped tonight. So good win for Brisbane in the end, and we'll see if they can get to a home grand final. So be obviously the first non-Victorian team to have a home grand final, because this is the first grand final in AFL that we'll be having that's not the MCG. So hopefully if Brisbane, they'll be able to get into the grand final. So that is the end of the live stream tonight. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like. If you enjoyed it, as I said, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn notifications on so you know when I'm going live, and all my social media links will be in the description below. So make sure you go and follow all of them. And yes, and thank you very much again as well for helping me hit 250 subscribers. It's very much appreciated. All the support is, I love everyone that watches all my videos. So thank you very much for all of the support, and hopefully we can continue growing, and hopefully we'll get to 500 and 1,000 in no time. So if you can help out, that'll be very much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the 2 live streams for the last 2 finals. All right. No, I'm out. Cheers.